Hi there, it's Rosa. It's a really good day today in Arkansas. Really happy. It's not gonna rain today, I think. It's nice and bright and sunny. So let me tell you what happened, right? I told you before that my computer broke and I was like really like upset and sad about it and stuff. And so we went to Best Buy yesterday and I was like super nervous. I was so nervous that they weren't gonna have anything. The last time we went to buy a computer, they only had like one area that had laptops, and I was like, so I didn't have that many choices. I had like 15 choices. Excuse me. This time, they had tons of cases. They had like 4 different cases of laptops to choose from, and different like when I say cases, they have them in like cases and they lock them so no one can steal them. And then the woman and the man was so sweet, so kind. She understood what I was looking for. My son was able to like do research while I walked around the store and found more. And we were able to get a really nice one. He chose one that fits my needs as a graphic designer and a writer kind of person, which is really good. I was really relieved. And it took a while. We went through like six laptops max, and he just like cut them down, and he's like, okay, mom, here's your choices, blah 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 blah. And I was like, okay, fine. The one I got was under 550, so I was like, yes, perfect. Because I was worried that graphics, what's it called, the microchips are getting more expensive, and I was really worried about that. I even told my husband like I might be spending like $800 on a computer. You never know. And he's like, you know. And I'm like, I don't know. But to get it for under 550 was really a relief and stuff. The only problem is that because it's one of the refurbished ones that they like doesn't have like a box or anything like that, it doesn't have a plug with it, right? Clearly there was no box, you just carried it out. No bag or anything like that, right? And so my son's like, well, we can get a plug here, but it's $60, or we can just buy it on Amazon and it'll come with the dog food on Wednesday. And I'm like, how much is it? He's like, 17. I'm like, okay, I'll wait. And I'm like this. In my head, I'm like, no. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just save the money and stuff like that. And so after that, we decided, okay, we got the laptop. We ordered the charger for the laptop. It can't be used right now because it doesn't have a charger. He thought that we might have the similar one here, but we don't. We looked everywhere and we couldn't find one. I mean, after having all these computers, you would think that we'd have one that's compatible, but he couldn't find it. And because it was too hot in the garage, he didn't want to look yet. So he might look today because it's a little bit cooler. It might be a little bit cooler. It's like 80 something degrees, but the humidity makes it like 100 and something, and it's like they have heat advisories every couple minutes. So instead we said, okay, I'm gonna do a whatnot show. Now remember that my phone didn't work for the whatnot show, right? So I bought another phone for it. I'm a track phone person. I don't like to like buy like monthly contracts. I like to just use track phone, which is like a prepaid service, which is a pay as you go prepaid service, whatever, right? Went ahead and bought that at Walmart because Best Buy only had like 2, and like Walmart had like the Walmart close to Best Buy that was in like the middle of the city had like 7 different options. And so we bought like not the least expensive one, like the middle one that wasn't too expensive. I'm gonna get a case for it, so I'm gonna do a whatnot show probably tomorrow, right? So my plan, I miss doing art, and I'm really frustrated because the intent was to do to make and list one piece of art for 30 days, one piece of Christmas art for 30 days, 18 by 24 every day, right? For the next 30 days. And that was the challenge I was putting myself into, right? And I was ready for it. But now I have to pause it and do other stuff, which is really hard for me to do because I want to just work and I want to just create and stuff. And I still have imposter syndrome about working without my tools and stuff, right? So instead, the intent is to do a whatnot show. Hopefully, this phone will do it, right? Because it's not going to have any service on it. It's going to be just a dedicated whatnot phone. Like literally, that'll be all it's on it. No phone number, no nothing. And then like later on, when my 9-year-old needs a phone, and if this one's still around, then I would just give it to her and add a phone number to it. That's the benefit of track phone. Okay. So the plan is to go back into my listings, because I have like over 600 listings, and look at the older ones and see if I can like modify words, change some text on the title, see if I can pick out better categories and stuff like that, and just like do some eBay algorithm SEO, I guess you could call it. I don't know if this will actually help. Who knows if it will actually do something. I haven't gotten an eBay sale. I didn't get one all week. And so I'm talking about, it's like really slow. So I'm trying to do administrative work and trying to be smart about my time, which is really hard because that isn't artistic work. But hey, if it helps, might as well do it and use my time wisely. And then I'm also going to work on creating 60 reference images for my collection that I want to make, my Christmas collection. I don't know, maybe hear my kitten crying. She just wants attention. Then I'm going to do the whatnots. So I have the whatnot. I need to make new whatnot graphics, plan the next shows out. I'm hoping I can do a show Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 shows in a row, and I'm hoping I can just schedule them out, put them all together and stuff like that. I'm doing all of this from an like older iPad that I use for recording, so hopefully I don't like break this thing. At the same time, that would be really, really, really sad. But I'm trying to avoid is what I normally do when things mess up is I pivot like hardcore. And I know I shouldn't do that, right? But at the same time, my fear hits me, and I worry that because I can't do the challenge that I wanted to set for myself, that I'm behind, and I have to start over from number one versus like being where I am right now. And I'm like, okay, like you can't do that. You have to continue your legacy. You have to continue your legacy. You have to work harder. You have to do what you know how to do. I could easily make some of these, right, with the tools I have, but I feel like, because those ones I didn't use, like, I just used like I don't even know what it is, like a dice roller thing to decide what I'm going to put. And I could do that, but my fear of it not being good enough for buyers is still like in the back of my head, because I feel like my quality of work is better when I have a reference photo. And that's really scary, So, I mean, as badly as I want to do art, I just don't feel confident in doing art. So what I'm going to do instead is I might do a glue book focused on a specific theme. I'm thinking colors and stuff. They do really help, and they can relax me a little bit. So if I combine Gluebook with eBay titles, whatnot, and that was everything I said. Yeah, just those 3 things. That should keep me busy, busy and satisfied for the next few days. One of my best friends from high school, she texts me and she's like, hey, let's do Pilates together. I bought a workout. And I'm like, oh my God, that sounds so much fun. I haven't seen her. We usually see each other every summer, but this summer I didn't go to California because it's just so expensive. We shouldn't have the budget for it. It was just going to be twice as much from last year because of all the expenses, right? And so I don't get to see her, so doing Pilates with her is going to be really nice. We're going to start today. She wants to do it every day, but I don't know if I can do that. I haven't done Pilates since I had my youngest kid, and she's 9 years old. I don't know if I'm that flexible, but we're going to see. Hopefully she doesn't get too mad about how messy my home is, because I got a lot of kids and a lot of pets, and it's a mess. And I got a lot of art, like, everywhere. Anyways, so we're hoping that works out really well. This is going to be a different kind of week, that's for sure. And I'm hopeful that it's going to be good. I'm just hopeful. Like, I think as long as I make a glue book and I get, and I do a couple whatnots, I think I'll be okay. Again, I'm thinking about doing whatnots, not today. I don't know, maybe I'll do it today. I don't know. A last minute one. I don't know. I gotta do the graphics, I gotta set up this stuff, and the good thing is that my tablet I mean, my iPad, it's vintage. It's very old. Very, very old. It works and it can do what I need to do. Now we just have to hope that this new phone, which I'll get a case for after I confirm that it actually can do the whatnot, can actually do what I need it to do, because it's only going to be net for that. It's only, and once I'm like able to upgrade, I upgrade and give it to my 9-year-old. I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to adapt to my surroundings and to my situation, because I have no choice to. I'm happy that I'm trying not to get into my head so much and pivot to something completely different, because I know I shouldn't. I need to continue working my brand and continue expanding my brand and building my name up. But I'm still nervous and scared, and I'm fearful. I don't want to feel unworthy of success because my tools are unavailable. And that's really scary, because I've had computers break before, but it's never felt this way at all. I don't know why. I think maybe because I had like alternative computers at that time and stuff when I was in a different location, and it didn't really faze me too much. I really hope that my son can get the data and my files off of my old computer and put it onto the new one and stuff. I think most of them on the cloud, but who knows? I don't know. A lot of files for business are on there. I don't know. I'm hoping that whatnot gives me success. I am very scared. You see like the negativity, and you see like bad stuff and scammers and all kinds of stuff like that. And you see the good and you see the bad, and then you worry, are you going to be on the good side or the bad side? And I don't want to be that person that only experiences the bad. You know what I mean? I also need to contact my printing company, because my stickers came out really weird, and I just, like, you can't read the bottom of them. And I'm like, should I keep them? I don't know. I have to ask them, like, can I return these? The ink is really bad on the bottom. We'll see what they say. So I do have things to do that aren't art, but usually I wrap those things around my art, and this time I can't even wrap it around my art. I can't even wrap art around it. So it's really weird. Okay, it's really, really weird, and that feels weird. But I think that editing the listing titles could help me, and I feel like focusing on just doing whatnots could prove something really well. And then doing a Gluebook, and maybe even like videoing myself doing a Gluebook and showing you my Gluebook process and stuff and how it could help me. I don't know. And then picking out, like, making 60 reference images for Christmas ahead of time versus like waiting to make them as I want to. It could help as well. I don't know. Wish me luck. Probably won't record for a while because I do want to try to like not be so... I don't know. You never know. I might record, might not tomorrow. I recorded yesterday, So there's no telling. But like, let's keep moving forward together and adapt when technology messes up, when supplies mess up and everything like that. We have to keep going, and we can't just stop because it's inconvenient for us. We have to just keep going. I think I'm gonna change this piece over there too and put something else. Because I have another one that's really nice too. I don't think I'll put one of my Christmas ones, but I'll put another one. Maybe I'll put one of my Christmas ones. No, I don't think I will. No, I only have 2 anyway. So, let's keep moving forward together and motivate each other and say that, administrative work does help our businesses. It might not feel like it, but it does. So, I'll catch you later. Bye.